Guide to the Fast Lane, a new approach to nutrition and fasting, written by Dipa Esther, narrated by Mandy Grant-Grierson. Chapter 1. Mind the Gap. To start your fasting journey, it is important that this guide gives you the knowledge and beginner steps to understand what to eat, when to eat, and everything in between. It is also important to do it safely and in tune with that blueprint you're creating and editing for your body. Mind the gap, or watch the gap, is an audible phrase usually played out as a warning for rail passengers in the UK. That gap is the little space between the platform and the train door. For this guide, we're using it to direct you safely and responsibly as you take on your adventure to a healthier you. Watch out for the changes. Watch out for the doubts, the hunger, the temptations that are around you. When we mind the gap, it's a cautionary message conveying that there will be tough challenges and hindrances to your journey. The main thing to be aware of is that not everyone's journey plays out in the same way. Compare your progress only to yourself, what habits you have been accustomed to, and the stagnant pattern of life. Remind yourself that you can create a state of mind to overcome, and then get yourself comfy and enjoy the ride. If we think back to mankind before farming practices, they were forced to fast between meals. Mostly free time was spent in the hunt, focusing on survival and foraging for food. In today's world, getting a meal is as easy as clicking a button or strolling to your nearest convenience store. Humans adapt to their environments better than almost any other animal. The convenience of the modern world is great, but it has also led us to become more stagnant creatures, choosing the easy option for meals and turning to the comforts of technology. As with any new habit, it'll take some patience, but acclimatizing is what humans have always done. They just need a little push. Let's break down some tips to jumpstart this lifestyle. The 10 tips to fasting. 1. Short and simple. There are several fasting and intermittent fasting methods that we'll focus on in this guide. While a lot of diets focus on what foods you need and what to get rid of, fasting is all about when you eat and don't. All you have to remember is keep it short and make sure it's substantive enough to last. There is no single way of fasting. We have to look back at the blueprint of ourselves I mentioned earlier. If you're not sure where to start, try sticking to the usual 8 out of 24-hour fast first, as committing to periods longer than that may prove harmful. Problems with dehydration, fainting, drastic mood changes, and concentration are but a few effects that will complicate your goals. Especially in the beginning stages of this journey, it's paramount to think of what cycles you can handle. Fasting is a challenge, but should never seem like a grueling trial that makes no sense in your routine, work, and social life. The key here is to see fasting as a sustainable and useful tool in your life. It allows you to eat the foods you enjoy without being restrictive in that eating window. Don't have a tiny salad and think you can get away with it and fast again. Try and target healthy eating 80% of the time and allow yourself to indulge in a crumbly cookie or great burger every now and again. 2. Baby steps. Generally, as we've discussed, fasting involves removing food and drink for a period of time before intake. While there are some methods where there is no food during cycles, there are methods that would be ideal to experiment with. Some patterns, like the 5-2 plan, allow for a 25% calorie intake of what your daily requirement is. If you're unsure about where to start, restricting calories instead of removing food altogether could be a helpful starting point to controlling mealtimes and readying your body. If you want to adapt quickly, this may be the sustainable option for you. Yes, it is scary, so why not start small? 3. Drink some water. While we're building our control and new routines in the fasting process, it is very important to stay hydrated. It is not recommended that you go through your fasting period without hydrating. Plus, water can curb the beginning stages of hunger, so that's a perk too. Make water a part of your daily routine.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?